Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. If you could do me a favor really quickly and leave a like on the video to help get these videos out there, I would really appreciate it. But let's get into the video nice and quickly here, starting off with Chelsea handed fresh transfer blow as Carlo Ancelotti makes £68 million decision. As you can see pictured here is Jules Kounde, the defender, and currently there were talks of Chelsea looking to go for him. He's currently at Sevilla, as you can see here. He's been linked with a move to Chelsea this summer, but Real Madrid are now rumoured to want the Frenchman. And with Carlo Ancelotti taking up the helm at Real Madrid, they're going to look to, back the manager, get him some players that he wants and see what he can do. Because Real Madrid need to get back on track, need to start winning Champions Leagues and all that sort of stuff again. So they're going to look to strengthen. Us going for Kounde, I think, was a good purchase if we were to pull it off. At the price point up here, it's of 68 million. It's a lot. If our budget is 200 odd, then if we're spending 68 on him, then we need a striker that's going to be expensive. It's going through the budget, but Real Madrid are now interested as well, and that is just going to make, if this comes down to a bidding war, then we know both clubs have money. Chelsea may be in a bit better of a financial position at the moment, but it will start a bidding war. Jules Kounde honestly looks like a really good player, considering that we've got Thiago Silva who's getting old, and Aspi in that back three who's getting old. We've got like a Kurt Zouma that can play there, but he hasn't looked entirely convincing under Tuchel. We've got players like Malang Sarr, Mbayamba that are coming through the system, and maybe we'll get to play for Chelsea one day, but Kounde would be a great option if we are looking to buy. This report, however, says that newly appointed Real Madrid boss Carlo Ancelotti sees the centre-back department as a priority to add to this summer, and the Sevilla man as well as Pau Torres are the two men name-checked. Ramos is looking to leave, as you can see here. Things don't look great for him at Madrid anymore, so it looks like he'll be moving on, and if there's going to be a case of them bringing in a centre-back, Pau Torres will be cheaper, so they might choose to go for him, given that they have had financial problems over recent times. Maybe that leaves us room to go in for Kounde because we've got the money, we just want the Champions League, we're more capable of going and spending. So Kounde, still a target for Chelsea, still one that we're keeping an eye on, considering if we can go for him. Maybe it'll wait until we find a striker that we're going to go for. Once we've secured a striker, whether it is one of the big names, a Lukaku, a Haaland or whatever, once we know that they're secured, we've paid the fees for them, we know what we've got left then to use as maybe luxury signings, because at the moment our squad is very good. Adding a top defender would be amazing, but maybe not a necessity this coming season. You could argue it is, because we've got very old centre-backs and injuries are going to be a problem, but a striker is definitely the priority. So on this one, I'll keep you guys up to date, but we are now probably in a bidding war for Jules Kounde. Then we're moving on to the winger department, and we've got two stories here that are sort of linked in between. So let's go through this one. Chelsea are set to rival Man United for £55 million rated star. Set to go head-to-head with German giants Bayern Munich to sign Kingsley Coman, as you can see pictured down here. Great winger, can play on both sides, and a fantastic option to have in your squad considering his versatility. He's one of the most high-profile wide players in European football. Frequently been linked with a move to England in the past. I have seen a lot of these reports going around. Over the years, it seems like Man United want him, Chelsea want him, I think Arsenal were linked with him at one point. It just always seems that clubs are somewhat interested in him. He's valued at about £55 million by Bayern, and apparently Man United and Chelsea are watching him. It doesn't seem that bids are going in or anything like that, but if Chelsea are going to look to strengthen in the wing department, we've seen the reports coming out recently that there's some Italian clubs, AC Milan, Napoli, looking at Ziyech and potentially looking at going in for him. I think that's how this would work, is if we're not going to go for him unless we end up selling someone, whether that's Callum, who I hope it's not, Pulisic, Timo can play on the wing, Ziyech. If any of those really go, then that's when I see us going for someone like Kingsley Coman. And moving on to the next story as well then, transfer news, Chelsea stalling on move for £80 million rated Man United target. Of course, as you can see pictured, that is Jadon Sancho, and it says that we're stalling over their decision to pursue Jadon Sancho. Tuchel is pondering as to whether the Blues need the £80 million rated Dortmund star, given the attacking resources he already has. It goes on further in the article to explain basically the same thing, that we have a lot of wingers. What's the point in us going for Sancho when it's going to stunt the development of Pulisic, Callum Hudson-Odoi. It would be an odd decision to make, you know, and that's where I'm basically coming down to on this, is that we're stalling on this because we're interested in Sancho. If we have the chance to sign him, we will, but only if someone leaves, and that's going to mean Ziyech, it looks like, most likely at the moment. We have some reports of apparently Chelsea not saying that Callum Hudson-Odoi is off limits, you know, saying maybe if the right offer came in that they would consider it, but they're generally looking to keep him. So most of this, I think, comes down to if Ziyech goes, then maybe Chelsea are like, maybe we go for Kingsley Coman, maybe we go for Jadon Sancho. And out of the two, you know, of course, you're getting youth on Jadon Sancho's side. You got the potential ceiling is probably a bit higher, but Kingsley Coman is not a bad option. And if you're looking at 80 million-ish for Jadon Sancho, or 50-ish, 55 for Kingsley Coman, I don't think Kingsley Coman's a bad option. You know, if we get a good chunk of money from the Ziyech sale, if that's how it's going to happen, then putting most of that plus a little bit extra on top to get Kingsley Coman, I'd be okay with that. So we'll see what happens. Again, this is like a game of Jenga. You know, one piece has to come out for another one to come out, and the whole thing might fall down and no transfers will happen in the end. But if Ziyech comes out, then maybe we see Chelsea going in for Kingsley Coman or Jadon Sancho. So I'll keep you guys up to date on this one. Basically, we're waiting on Napoli and AC Milan, see if they really are interested in Ziyech, and then if the right offer comes in, Chelsea might say yes. Then moving on to the next topic, Thibaut Courtois backs Eden Hazard to stay at Real Madrid after rumours of Chelsea return. And he's come out with some pretty definite quotes. Regarding the recent rumours, he said, "I'm 100% sure he is staying," he told Le Soir. He doesn't want to move, only the Madrid press writes about the desire to leave. He wants to continue, play free of injuries, and win titles. So basically, Courtois has come out, you know, we know they're good friends, they're both, of course, in the Belgium setup, and have been teammates at Chelsea and now at Real Madrid. I imagine they are good friends, and he's basically come out and just dispelled the whole situation, said, you know, we saw the reports of Real Madrid may be open to selling, and then there's the reports of Hazard would like to come back to Chelsea. My thoughts on it are, I don't sort of buy into the he left, he thought the grass was green on the other side, so, you know, screw him, let him stay there. If the deal was cheap, you know, we got a lot of money for him. If we were going to make a profit on selling Hazard, we wouldn't be spending much to bring him back. And, you know, the situation worked out, as I was talking in the previous topic, maybe Ziyech left. Maybe I would be open to it, but at the same time, he is aging, these injuries are becoming a real problem, and his form hasn't been great. So what's to say that it would be if he came back to Chelsea? Is that, you know, love of the club, love of the situation, back to his sort of comfortable environment? Would that change him and get him back into form? Maybe, I don't know. But Courtois has come out and said it's not happening, he's staying at Real Madrid, so those rumours are officially pretty much dispelled. He's saying it's all just down to the Madrid press, and we know that they are a very strange outfit, the Madrid press, so it doesn't surprise me too much. But Hazard to Chelsea, not happening, it looks like, which is a shame. You know, my heart wants it, but my head logically saying we've moved on, we're off to winning Champions Leagues and such now, so maybe messing with things and bringing back old players, maybe that's not the wisest thing. And the reports of Willian wanting to come back to Chelsea, hell no. No thank you, that is a definite no from me. But that is going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like on it. When I say that, I'm asking because it really helps get my videos seen by a bigger audience and helps me grow this channel. So if you can do that, I really appreciate it. If you want to keep up to date with all my videos, subscribe and you'll get notified whenever I upload a video if you hit the notification bell next to that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.